Hi, this is Maysha with As Long As You Are Breathing. And today this is a bonus live event. I'm just like back to back to back to back. I've just got people bam, bam, bam. And it is so exciting to me too because it's my friend Maggie. I love you, Maggie. It's so good to see you.
Hello, Maysha. It's great to be here today, and thanks for fitting me in your very busy schedule.
Oh no, no, no! I don't see it that way at all. I see it as just an honor and just a gift. I mean, today's a gift because I just get to spend so much time with my friends. So it is just it's a wonderful thing. And thank you because I know the time difference it makes it harder, and I always screw up the time. So thank you so much.
That's okay. That's okay. I did realize that it was also because your clocks have gone back, and
Yeah.
ours take a couple of weeks before it does. So that's
Oh,
why.
that's it. Okay, so it wasn't just me. Oh, thank goodness. Because when I saw that, I'm like, what have I done now? Because I'm always screwing up the time zone. So thank you so much. All right, everyone, thank you for joining us. And for those of you live, if you don't have StreamYard enabled, I'm not going to see when you comment or ask questions. So please enable StreamYard. I'm not ignoring you. And for those of you who watch the video, thank you so much for taking the time to do so. I know there's so much content out there. So anytime any of you take the time to watch any aspect of As Long As You're Breathing or spend any time with us, I'm just so very honored that you do. Maggie's here today because, well, she's asked me to help with a masterclass that she's doing, and everything Maggie does is very experience-based, and it's not just sitting and listening. It is so much more than that, and so I wanted Maggie to come, and we're going to do a couple of little shorts like this to talk about the class because there are a couple of big experiences in the class. And so I'm just going to turn it over to Maggie and let her lead the way here and talk about this wonderful masterclass we have coming up on the 27th of March. Maggie.
Thank you so much, Maysha, and hello again, everyone. I'm Maggie Sappho. I'm a business and personal growth consultant. I'm also an Akashic Records consultant, as most of you will know. Which is the hat I'm wearing for our masterclass coming up on the 27th of March. And this will be at 4 p.m. UK time and is 11 a.m. Eastern time. And it's going to be a great masterclass. And as Maysha said, it's just going to be very experience-based. We're going to really explore the topic of understanding your multidimensional self. And for some people, it will be a case of describing it as understanding your true self. So what are we going to do? We're going to do a series of exercises that enables us to connect with who we really are. We're going to share beautiful stories, whether weird or wacky or not. And the whole idea is it enables you to know that as you go on this journey, your own self-transformation journey, even if you experience anything else that may be not normal to you, someone else may have experienced it as well. So it is normal. It's our new normal. And I think anyone would understand what new normal is like because of the world that we're living in at the moment. And so let me share one of such practices that we're going to do. So for instance, we will be doing an intuitive connection exercise where you get to connect with either yourself or you get to connect with someone else. And is a great way of developing your intuitive self, but again, understanding yet another multidimensional aspect of you that perhaps you may not have had the opportunity to try out yet, or perhaps you hadn't looked at it from the exact perspective that we're going to be sharing with you on the 27th.
That is going to be so fun to do too. I'm very excited about that. And I know we're going to team up like in partners and go into breakout rooms, right?
Yes, we're going to do that. And we're going to be, connecting with each other in a way that allows us to see what we see or sense or feel. We're going to practice using all of 6 senses and then giving that feedback to someone. So it's going to be a very safe place, but it's also going to be a very amazing place where you get to actually give as well as receive. That's the purpose of that particular exercise, in addition to connecting with other aspects of your own true self, as well as developing your intuition. So that's what we be learning from that particular exercise, which will then be followed by beautiful music delivered by our very own Maysha.
Oh, thank you for that plug. I appreciate that. I'll pay you afterwards. No, it's odd that you said give and receive, because that's actually kind of how I just ended the last show that I just now finished. Was we were talking about how we are more comfortable giving than we are receiving, and that we need to realize that when we're giving, someone has to be receiving. So if we're comfortable as givers, then we need to learn to become comfortable as receivers. And so, so I'm really looking forward to this, because as you're saying, we are experiencing some things that, maybe a year ago, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 years ago, we would have been like, what's going on here? I'm not really comfortable with this. And so this is an opportunity to talk about those things and to give each other feedback about that. And we need to do that. And sometimes we're comfortable giving feedback and not receiving it. And we need to get comfortable receiving that feedback as well. But also sometimes when it comes to feedback, it's the other way around. We're comfortable receiving feedback because we want help with we want the information, but we're not comfortable saying what we're seeing. Especially if it's intuitive, we're like, what if I'm totally off the mark? But as you say, there's going to be a safe space for doing that. And
absolutely.
Yeah. And so, I don't think we'll be off the mark. I think this is going to be also helping us learn to trust.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. That's a really good point to bring in, Maysha. I agree.
Yeah. And so I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a wonderful experience. It's going to be through Eventbrite. So for people who maybe have not used Eventbrite, is there anything people need to know about how to use Eventbrite? I'd never really used it before, other than I don't know, maybe concert tickets that you actually pick up or something. So I never really used it.
Yeah. Well, it's a very simple tool to use. It's for event booking. So I will be sharing the link with Maysha's permission. I'll be sharing the link in this video later on. And all you do is click on the link that takes you to the event page. It further explains what the event is. And then there will be on the right-hand side, there will be a green button that says tickets. And all you do is click on that ticket. There is a super early bird ticket that finishes on, I think, Wednesday this week. And then there is an early bird ticket as well. And then a very special ticket for if you want to bring a friend or a colleague or a loved one, bring someone along. And that's a very special price as well in terms of ticket. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you there.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Yeah, I had forgotten that there was, if you wanted to bring someone along special, I'd forgotten that part. I knew about the early bird and early bird, but I'd forgotten about the other. Yeah, so I'm glad I remembered to bring that up then, because I'd forgotten those. Good.
We've made it in such a way that everyone would be able to come in and experience it. We are having limited numbers as well, because with these kind of events, you don't want it to be big, because again, back to it being experiential, I want to be able to support everyone as they go through the experience. And as that's one of the reasons why we have Maysha there as well, to be able to not only play her beautiful music for us and share beautiful stories with us, but also be able to hold space for these amazing the amazing people who will be there. We currently have just over 10 people booked, and we do have space to take a few more people as well. So there will be limited spaces, but the earlier you join us, the better. So remember to click on the link when we put it down there in the comments. We'll try and put it at the top as well.
So there'll be just enough of us that it'll be comfortable and feel safe, enough of us to actually be able to exchange and experience together, but not so many that we can't support everyone who's there, and that it's too big and that everyone doesn't get a chance to participate. So, because I know we are going to be exchanging stories, and I know you and I are going to kind of lead the way so everyone kind of feels more comfortable telling their story. And I know part of what we're going to be talking about is using our own intuition and being our own, how we interact with our own multidimensional selves. So I know you and I we're going to share those stories.
Yeah, absolutely. And not everyone would need to share. Yes, Maysha and I, we've signed the dotted line. But for everybody else, it is only an invitation and a volunteer opportunity. But yeah, most people, when they share, is incredible what they receive as a result of that as well. Yeah.
Right. Because I truly do believe in the power of stepping up and sharing your story. Because when we do that, there's the aspect of there's always someone who can relate, and it
Oh,
always
yes.
helps someone
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
And so, and then when we do that, and especially when we're present in an experience like this and realize that that's happened, then that's a type of healing for us. Even if we don't realize that we have a healing to be done, there's a type of healing that happens for us. So, so these type of things, that's why we keep them small, and that's why they're so special and such a wonderful thing to treat yourself to, because doing something like this is really, it's a self-care thing.
Absolutely, 100%. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So what else do we need to know about the event? Because we're like 11 minutes into it. So what else?
So it's a in a way, Maysha, you mentioned something really important here. Healing. That was the word. And so when we come into spaces like this, the power of the group can never be underestimated. And so when we are together like this, and also with the Akashic Records work that I bring to the table, we open up the space for our collective energies to connect with source and to connect with who we really are at core. And because it's a combined collective powerful energy, then there's a lot of healing. So all the practices that we'll be doing, whether we describe it as healing or not, they are all healing. And so it's just amazing year after year. So I only hold 2 of these masterclasses a year. And year after year, the people who say to us at the end of the masterclass what they've experienced, and also even a few weeks later, even a few months later, what they have experienced as a result of attending it is just incredible. Last year in June, we did one where one of the ladies here, she's an entrepreneurial lady, she's got her own business. Actually, she's now transitioned into a trauma healer. But she came to it and she was going through a dry patch. She's actually done a beautiful case study video with me on this. And she was going through a dry patch in her business. And then during the session, we asked everyone actually to set an intention for what they want to achieve in terms of self-transformation. And she set her intention. And then, we had a great masterclass. And then she said a couple of days later, she had not one, not two, but 3 different clients coming up to her, committing to work with her straight away, paying upfront, which she said had never happened to her. But also they paid for her largest package that she hadn't managed to sell up until then. And so some real transformation does happen. I don't take credit for that. I think is because when we show up in that space of allowing and receiving and setting our own intention for self-transformation to happen, that's what happens for us. And the collective energy of the group really does help as well.
Absolutely. It is the collective energy, everyone's raising of everyone's vibration coming together, and the power of intention. And I think we don't realize that sometimes, and that we can do this. It is certainly very powerful when we come together as a group, but we can do this on our own as well. And so,
absolutely, yeah.
And so to get people to realize, yes, this happens in the group, and now take this and do this on your own. Make this a part of your life. Make this a part of this practice in your life. Set intentions daily. Raise your vibration daily. Connect with others. You can reach out and connect with others as well. So
absolutely, yeah. So every single session of the agenda, every single practice is called a practice for a reason. And so we practice it with you, but the idea is you look at what really resonates with you. If it's all of them, then it's all of them. And you take it away with you and you weave that into any other practices that you have. Or even if you don't have any, then you start it as a practice. And the sky is the limit really in terms of what you can achieve in terms of starting to form some of these practices that allow you to connect with your true self and your multidimensional selves.
And I know we've talked about the Akashic Records, we've talked about multidimensional selves, we've even talked about if you're experiencing things that, maybe or to you are a little out there that you haven't experienced before, or maybe you're very comfortable with and you're just showing up for more of it, like we are, but it's also, we do realize that there are some people that it is very new to, or it's very new language to, or that to them, multidimensional self may mean something a little different, a little just more very personal. And so it really is something for anyone to attend. You don't have to be into, you maybe not even understand what the Akashic Records are. You don't have to know that to be comfortable attending something like this.
Yeah. So, and you will see this when you click on the link to book. It would say that this masterclass is for anyone who is looking to explore the personal development and conscious transformation world. So it's for everyone, even if you're just curious, it means you're meant to come and join us and have some fun. And that is why, what we're going to be doing, you take part in it to the level where you feel good to take part in it as well. I haven't met anyone who has decided not to. Actually, our very first one, there's this lady who has actually booked again. So this will be her 5th self-transformation masterclass with us. And the first one, after she attended, she sent a testimonial to me to say all the practices are new. It was my first time, but actually I embraced all of them. It wasn't difficult for me to do at all. And then I have since been practicing it, and she has taken it to her own new level as well. So it's for everyone who is curious about connecting a bit more deeper with who they are, or just curious about what's going to be discussed there. Just come and feel. I don't think that if you feel pulled to come to it, you should hold yourself back. There is no prerequisite for you to come to the workshop. Is just look at it from that perspective of personal development and curiosity and your ability to really connect with who you are. And as Maysha said, a self-care opportunity to really connect with who you are and take care of yourself and give yourself that me time to check out of everything in your external environment and just do something different that you probably don't always choose to do.
Absolutely. Because if we are drawn to something, then it is something that we should.
There's a reason.
Try. Yeah, where there's a reason if we're drawn to it. And certainly anything that Maggie ever holds is interesting and always a safe place. And as I said, it's always experience based. It's not ever just sitting and listening. You always have an experience there, and you always come away from it. I believe with a testimonial. I'm not surprised that you've several times now had people who said, "And I had a testimonial," and I'm not at all surprised because I have a testimonial every time you and I interact. It's like I've got 3 or 4. So just being in your presence, being in your energy, always provides that kind of experience. There is always an experience being in energy, sharing energy with Maggie. So I'm honored to be a part of this, and I thank you so very much for that. And I really encourage everyone who is a part of, as long as you're breathing, Fibro Life, every life is a story. All of you, this is something that Maggie is truly an exceptional person, and you will get something from this experience. So, Maggie, we have a couple, minute or so left. So why don't you wrap up?
I'll just say, just come and grace us with your presence, and you will be amazed by the beautiful presence that will be there to support you, whether out of curiosity or just to cheer you on your own personal development journey. I look forward to seeing you, as many of you that can make it.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Maggie,
And
for
remember
doing
to click on the link below, or maybe it could be upstairs. Above.
Yeah, we never know where those links are going to be. I love that you do that. Above or below, yeah, click on the link. All right. Thank you all, those of you joining live. I couldn't see who you were, but I know that we had a couple here, so thank you very much. And for those of you who watched the video as well, let us know if you have any questions. Maggie and I'll be happy to answer them. And as long as you're breathing, join us, okay? And because it's going to make living so much better. Keep living. Okay. Bye.
Bye, everyone.